Eddie Kiwanuka is, I always call myself a simple man with a very simple profile, who came all the way from Masaka to come to Kampala to study, and later on I fell in love with rugby. I used to work at Spear Motors and used to come with a friend here to chill. I didn't know about the place, but somehow he influenced me to come. And then I started liking the sport. Slowly by slowly, I got to learn the sport. And before I knew it, there was a trip to go to Nairobi. And I wanted to join because everybody was saying you're going to Nairobi to support Uganda playing Kenya, which is the Elgon Cup. And I thought I would bring in I used to be a very good football fan. I thought I would bring in my football skills of supporting, mostly with the Vuvuzela. So I took a Vuvuzela to Nairobi. And it worked because we went with guys who were singing English songs only. And it looks like they went to the same school. But later I got to know that they were the boys and the girls who went to the good schools. A village man like me who came all the way from Masaka, who didn't have a chance to see a rugby ball, I saw an opportunity. The only way I could get into these guys is to bring something new. That's how I introduced the Vuvuzela into the rugby fans, and I've never looked back. Up to now, it's the Vuvuzela that is in the lead now. There's one thing I got to know about rugby. It is discipline. Discipline. Because rugby, after the 80 minutes, we forget about everything. And you find it in different countries. You go to Kenya, you go to Zimbabwe, you go to South Africa, you go to Dubai, it's the same. It's the same. It's like a culture. After the 80 minutes or the 14 minutes, whatever it is, whether it's 15s or 7s, we sit down and have fun. We forget about the game. Personally, I used to get so much emotional in so many games, but my friends sat me down. They told me, you know what, you are a leader now. You're a role model to so many young rugby fans and players. You don't need to allow emotions take over. I used to be so mad about after losing a game. I used to be a bad loser until I had like a therapy about it. We talked about it, and then I am better now. In fact, I am the one who is preaching now the gospel about how to manage your anger, how to calm down, how to enjoy yourself after losing a game, how to comfort newcomers in the game. We introduce the new fans to the game of rugby, and then you teach them how we behave. You teach them that discipline is core when you are supporting rugby, and then you teach them that there's life after the game, there's life after rugby. So you don't need to be so much tensious and serious about the game. If we win, we win. Of course, if we win, it's something that we celebrate all the time. But if you lose, we teach one another how to go about it. And again, we've started a new culture now of saving some money as rugby fans. As we support the game, make sure we save ourselves some money as well. So at the end of the year, you find the fun. We don't just come here for fun, but there's something, we're adding value to each other and to the sport. After them training and doing their bit, the rest is ours as fans. So at times I feel they feel the pressure, but when we are winning, they will come to you and say, thank you so much, because me, I have that vocal cord that I can even call a player who is far from where I am, and he will listen or she will listen to what I'm saying. At times even the coaches use me. They say, call John Mugambe ABCD. I call and tell him vie or do this or do that. So again, it's a 50-50 situation. Badly as we want to win, of course we must put them under some reasonable pressure, not too much pressure. Yes, I would love to retire as a rugby fan, and I'm really happy because the way we started some 10 years ago, it's not where we are right now. When you see the fan base is growing not only for the national team, but when you go through other clubs, we've started a culture of growing numbers. And sooner or later, we believe the sponsors will start awarding clubs that have more funds, because now we are looking at numbers. Because when you have numbers at clubs, at club levels, it's easier when you have a national duty just to tell the fans leaders to bring their fans on board, and then we move on. I would love to see the sport growing, and then I would love to see the players getting professional, going to bigger clubs, going to bigger teams, and earning some money. And as for the fans, I would love to see numbers increasing and increasing day in, day out, as we keep our discipline and our culture of being together in the sport. As I told you, I always feel proud as a man who came all the way from Masaka without knowing how a rugby ball looks like. I'll not say I went to what should I say, good schools. But again, I've managed to fit into the rugby family. And as I speak now, when you talk about Ugandan rugby and you talk about fans, you cannot name 2-3 without mentioning my name. I feel so proud about it, and I would love to see many more people coming to support the game. And as a family man, it is not always easy. It is not always easy. We have challenges. I always have challenges, but again, my wife will always understand that. My children will always understand that I love the sport, and I'm not going to stop supporting it.